going to set a point-to-point system configuration of the LightBeam 5AC Gen 2 and try to get our devices to share files through the connected networks.
First, we need to set up out the equipment. Assemble the LightBeam. Two will be needed. The packages will include an antenna feed, 3 reflector panels, 1 for the center and 2 for the sides, a feed receiver, azimuth and elevation mount, straps, gigabit PoE, power cords and nuts.
Those two must be placed in areas that are high, either or both in areas that do not have any obstruction that can block the signals of the two antennas. This means there must be a clear line of sight, no buildings, towers, other antennas, and even trees that might block their signals.
Next is to connect Ethernet cables to the antenna and to the laptop being used and prepare them for configuration. Reminder that in the gigabit PoE, there are 2 ports, PoE for the antenna and LAN for the laptop. If the two are switched, there could be a risk of burning the ports in your laptop.
On to the configuration. First, change the IP address of the laptop into the same series of the LightBeam. Then, open the network and internet setting through the Wi-Fi in your taskbar or through the control panel. Then, go to the connections, then select Ethernet, and in its properties, click Internet Protocol version 4 or TCP IPv4, then change the IP address and subnet mask. In our case, we'll be using 192.168.1.26 and 192.168.1.25 respectively.
Now, proceed to the browser and enter the IP address 192.168.1.20 and a site will appear where you can configure the antennas. Choose your country, your language, and then create the username and password. Do this for the both. It will open the dashboard showing that they are not connected yet. In the left side column, there are buttons. Click the one that says wireless.
In the basic wireless setting, turn on access point for one antenna and off for the other. Turn on point-to-point mode for the two antennas. Make sure that they have the same configuration, which includes the channel width, frequency, and others in the wireless security.
Proceed to the left side column, Networks tab, if need to be changed the IP address. In our case, we change it to 192.168.3.2 and 192.168.3.3 respectively. Make sure it is in bridge mode and it's static. For the antenna that is not the access point, go back to the wireless tab and in the SSID, there is a button that says select and find the access point, or you can type the IP MAC of the access point if known. Remember, always save changes when available and to activate the applied settings.
If things went correct, check in the dashboard if they are connected. If not, check your settings in the site and your computer. Check the IP addresses, change if needed and repeat steps if needed. If they are connected, then congratulations! You have successfully configured and connected a point-to-point antenna. Next up is file sharing through the network.
For network file sharing, check your laptop's sharing settings. Use the taskbar and search bar and search for advanced sharing settings. Different OS and OS versions have different settings. For the private and public networks, turn on network discovery and file sharing and printer sharing. Choose a file on your device and go to its properties. Sharing, and share the file to the available devices, which must be the other laptop that you are using. Check the network tab in the computer to see if the shared file is available. If all things go well, then you have successfully shared a file through the network that you have set up. That is how you set up a point-to-point system configuration on the LightBeam 5AC Gen 2. If there are any problems, retrace your steps, check your settings, and tinker with the software and hardware that you are using. Thank you for watching.